Hi everybody, it's Richard here again. Welcome to another video. This is my third video on my favourite artists of the decades, and this time it's the 1980s. Now, I said in the last video I would do a top 30, but of course I'm not keeping my word. I'm going to do a top 40. There was just too many, and in fact I could easily have done a top 50. The 80s often get slagged off with crap production and so forth, but I've actually come round to it because it is what it is. It actually defines the 80s, the different type production, and a lot of the older artists tend to get a hard time as well with their 80s albums, but as you'll find in this, there's quite a few of the older artists that do get in, especially for the early part of the 80s. From about 84, 85 onwards, the production did get a wee bit over the top, let's say it, let's put it that way. But still, there's still some albums in the late 80s in this. So, as I say, there's 40 albums, so I'm just going to buzz through these as quickly as possible. Really, the top 10 would be in proper order, but the rest of it I've just assigned a number. So, number 40 from 1984, Los Lobos, How Will the Wolves Survive? Really love this, had this on tape. I remember this song as Don't Worry Baby I always liked, but Corrido or Corrida number 1 I always thought was fantastic. A Matter of Time is a really good song as well. Really enjoy this album, and I like their next one as well, or maybe it might have been the one after that. It's the one with what you got, By the Light of the Moon, I think. But yeah, Los Lobos, number 40. Number 39 from 82, Simple Minds, New Gold Dream, the one with Promised You a Miracle and the fantastic Glittering Prize. Someone, Somewhere in Summertime, brilliant album. 38 from 1982, and it's Blancmange, Happy Families, and the hit singles off this were Waves and Living on the Ceiling. Love Living on the Ceiling, big hit in the UK at the end of 82. Waves I think was the start of 83. Number 37 from 1980, and it's Get Happy by Elvis Costello and the Attractions. 20 songs on this. It's a very Motowny sounding album. Really good. The big hit was I Can't Stand Up for Falling Down, but the ones I really like are Human Touch, which I think has got a bit of a sort of almost ska feel to it. Black and White World is a great song as well. Opportunity, they're all very good, all short, sweet, punchy songs. So that gets number 37. At 36, and I would have had this higher if I'd done this years ago, and it's the Travelling Wilburys Volume 1. Played this to death when it came out in 88. I'm a little bit sick of it now, and it still is not up there with my top 10, but I still enjoy it. Like Handled with Care is good but overplayed. Funny enough, the ones that aren't overplayed, like Congratulations and Tweaker and the Monkey Man, the two Bob Dylan songs, are probably my favourites on this now. So it gets number 36. At 35 from 1982, Sparks, Angst in My Pants, and this has the title track, the wonderful Sherlock Holmes, and the really catchy Eaten by the Monster of Love. And what about that for a cover? So Sparks get 35. 34 from 1981, The Human League, Dare. 4 big hits off this: Sound of the Crowd, Love Action, Don't You Want Me, and what's the other one called? Open Your Heart. Very good, and Things That Dreams Are Made Of is a brilliant song as well. Great album. 33 from 83, and it's Echo and the Bunnyman, Porcupine. And this is the one with the cutler on it in the back of Love. Heads Will Roll is brilliant as well. Gods Will Be Gods, In Bluer Skies, Higher Hell, my favourite Echo and the Bunnymen album. 32 from 1980, Barbra Streisand, Guilty, with Barry Gibb on a couple of tracks. It's all written by the Bee Gees. Side 1 of this is perfect. Woman in Love is the big hit. Run Wild is fantastic, as is Promises and The Love Inside. Side 2 is not quite as good, but it's still a really strong album. And at 31 from 1982, and it's Billy Joel's The Nylon Curtain, and this is the one with Allentown and Pressure on it. Goodnight Saigon was the double A side with Leave a Tender Moment Alone a couple of years later, and Scandinavian Skies is fantastic. She's Right on Time. It's a good album. It's a little bit Beatlesque in places as well, but this is what I would call his singer-songwriter album. Then after this he did An Innocent Man, which he went back to the 50s, which nearly got the list instead of this, but I still think I prefer this. At 30 from 89, and it is Lou Reed's New York, and Halloween Parade, Dirty Boulevard and Endless Cycle are three of his best ever songs in a row on any album. Sick of You is really good, as is Good Evening Mr. Waldheim. Romeo and Juliet, or Romeo Had Juliet, a Busload of Faith, excellent album. It's worth getting on CD as well because it's quite long, so I think it's over about 55-56 minutes, so it's stretched out a little bit too much on one vinyl LP, but brilliant album. At 29, Lloyd Cole and the Commotions, Rattlesnakes, Speedboat, Forest Fire, Are You Ready to Be Heartbroken, Perfect Skin, Patience, brilliant album. At 28, from 1980, is Joe Jackson Band, Beat Crazy, and this is the one with Beat Crazy, One to One, Pretty Boys and Mad at You, which I absolutely love. Love the bass line in it, absolutely love it. So it gets number 28. At number 27, maybe a little bit of a surprise, is the Ramones' End of the Century. I think this is a fantastic album. I do love the singles Rock and Roll High School. Now, the version on this is the version you'll see in the video, but it's not the single version which came from the actual film, but this is the better one. Baby I Love You was a big hit over here. Do You Remember Rock and Roll Radio was fantastic, and then you get songs like This Ain't Havana and Chinese Rock. It's a brilliant album from 1980, and this is the one produced by Phil Spector. At 26 from 82, and it's Dexys Midnight Runners, To Rye. Come On Eileen, Jackie Wilson Says, and the Celtic Soul Brothers are the three hits. Liars ATE is excellent, Old is excellent, Let's Make This Precious is excellent, brilliant album. At 25 it's The Pretenders, but it's not the one you would think, it's Get Close. I love this, I know it's the most 80s sounding one, and there's a couple of dancey tracks on this as well, which I think actually make the album. But my favourites off this are My Baby, When I Changed My Life. I love Chill Factor, and the other hit single, which is Him to Her. Don't Get Me Wrong was the big hit. Chill Factor wasn't the single, sorry. Brilliant album from 86. Number 24 from 84, and it's the Bangles, All Over the Place, and this is the one with Going Down to Liverpool on It, Hero Takes a Fall. James is brilliant, Dover Beach is brilliant, Tell Me is brilliant, Silent Treatment is brilliant. It's a really good album, and it's their best. At 23 from 1988, it is Green by R.E.M. and this is the one with Pop Song 89, Stand, Orange Crush and The Magnificent Untitled at the very end. Quite a folky album, but it's the one that really got me into R.E.M. And at 22 from 1981, and it's Bow Wow Wow, See Jungle, Go Join Your Gang, yeah, City All Over, Go Ape Crazy, yeah, that's it. I can never get that right, but Go Wild in the Country's on this, Jungle Boy, Chihuahua, Sinner, Sinner, Sinner. There's a couple other ones that I really do like off this, Golly Golly Go Buddy and I'm a TV Savage. Absolutely brilliant album from 81. And at number 21 from 1980, and it's The Police's Señal Mandata. It took me a while to like this, but this is now my second favourite Police album, and I love side 2. I love the song, the instrumental, Behind My Camel, and also Shadows in the Rain is brilliant. And the two hit singles, Don't Stand So Close to Me and Do 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 Da Da Da. And I remember seeing in one of the children's TV programs a video for Voices Inside My Head, which I think was originally planned to be the third single, but they never released it. But great album from 1980. At number 20 from 1983 is Big Country's The Crossing, and it says Fields of Fire in a Big Country Chance. The brilliant Inwards and the fantastic Poorer Man. Harvest Home was another single. Their debut album, they never bettered it. And at 19 from 1980, and it's Sound Effects by The Jam. Start, That's Entertainment are the two hits. But Pretty Green was planned to be a single, but never came out. Boy About Town is a great little mod number. Dreamtime's fantastic. The one song a lot of people don't like is Music for the Last Couple, which is a bit of an instrumental with some sound effects on it, but I love it. Always loved it. I think it's got a really good, nice little groove to it. So Sound Effects gets number 19. 18 from 1989, and it's Tanita Tikaram's debut, Ancient Heart, and this is the one with Good Tradition, Twisting My Sobriety, Cathedral Song, and World Outside Your Window. Excellent album. Preyed Upon is a fantastic song, as is He Likes the Sun, and Sighing Innocence. Really, really strong album. She has done better, but this is the one most people remember her for. 17 from 89, and it's Fine Young Cannibals, The Raw and the Cooked. She Drives Me Crazy, Good Thing, I'm Not the Man I Used to Be, I'm Not Satisfied, Don't Look Back, Ever Fallen in Love. It's chock full of hit singles, and it's a really strong album. Yes, this one is dated, but I really do like it, so it gets number 17. 16 from 83, and it's the Stones, Under Cover of the Night. I've harped on about this as well. Love this album. It's my favourite of the 80s. Under Cover of the Night is in my top 10 Stone songs of all time. She Was Hot, it's great fun. Too Much Blood could have been a huge hit single. And Wanna Hold You, I love that. Keith's vocal in that. It's a really catchy little number. Pretty Beat Up and Tie You Up. It's a wee bit of a reggae vibe to it as well. Great album from 83. And at 15 from 86, and is Paul Simon's Graceland. Boy in the Bubble, You Can Call Me Al, Graceland, Diamond Soles for Shoes. Everybody knows this. Fantastic. Side 1 is better than side 2, but it's still a really strong album. And number 14 from 82, and it is Kate Bush's The Dreaming. Sat in Your Lap, The Dreaming, There Goes the Tenor, Night the Swallow, Pull Out the Pin, Suspended in Gaffa. Wonderful album. Brilliant album, and her best. Number 13 from 82, and it's Paul McCartney's Tug of War. Tug of War and Wanderlust are two of the best songs he's ever written. Take It Away is a great single. Ballroom Dancing would have been a great single. I'm not overly keen on Ebony and Ivory, but I will defend it. And I'm not overly keen on Here Today, the tribute to John Lennon, but it's okay. But the rest of the album is spot on. And at number 12 from 84, and it is Queen's The Works. And this is the one with Radio Gaga, I Want to Break Free. It's a Hard Life, Hammer to Fall. The brilliant Man on the Prowl, which is like a Jerry Lee Lewis type song, whereas Crazy Little Thing Called Love is like a Elvis-y type song. Keep Passing Through Open Windows is the forgotten about masterpiece. Tear It Up is a really good Brian May rocker. Brilliant album from Queen in 84. Number 11 from 88, and it's Nick Lowe's Pinker and Prouder Than Previous. This is loads of different styles. I love You're My Wildest Dream, brilliant song. Crying in My Sleep is the way he would sort of go in the 90s. He slows it down a bit. Big Hair is like a little rockabilly number. Black Lincoln Continental is a cover version of the Graham Parker song. Geisha Girl's little country number. Wishing Well is like a new wave song. Really strong album from Nick in 1988. So going into the top 10, and at number 10, the Electric Light Orchestra's Time. Love it. Absolutely love it. Prologue, Twilight, Yours Truly, 2095, Take It to the Moon, That's the Way Life's Meant to Be. Those opening 5 numbers are absolutely fantastic. The big hit on this is Hold On Tight. Here's the News was another hit single. Not huge, but decent enough size hit. It was a double A side with Take It to the Moon, and Rain Is Falling. It's a beautiful ballad. And at number 9 we have XTC with Black Sea, and this is the one with Respectable Street and Sergeant Rock, Generals and Majors and Towers of London. Really strong album. and yeah, I think it's their best. The other one, English Settlement, runs it close, but I still give it to Black Sea. And number 8 from 1980 is Squeeze's Argy Bargy, Pulling Muscles from Michelle, Another Nail in My Heart, Separate Beds, Vicky Virgy, Wrong Side of the Moon. They're at the top, all brilliant songs, not a weak song off this. And at number 7 we have from 1989 The Beautiful South, Welcome to the Beautiful South. Song for Whoever hit number 2 in the charts. You Keep It All In was a top 10 hit as well. I'll Sail This Ship Alone is beautiful. From Under the Covers is great. I Love You But You're Boring, I think it's a fantastic song. Is witty, it really is. It's got the Paul Heaton wit, but brilliant album. Number 6 from 1983, and it's Altered Images Bite, and this is just gorgeous. Half produced by Tony Visconti, half produced by Mike Chapman. The big hit off this is Don't Talk to Me About Love. Bring Me Closer was a hit as well. Love to Stay was a single, as was Change of Heart. But Now That You're Here is probably my favourite song off this. It's an absolutely gorgeous album, beautifully produced by both guys. Number 5, and we have from 81 ABBA The Visitors, my favourite ABBA album. One of Us is the hit. Head Over Heels was a minor hit. When All Is Said and Done was a minor hit in America. The Visitors is a fantastic track, as is Soldiers. And Like an Angel Passing Through My Room is one of the most gorgeous endings to any album. Beautiful album from 81. At number 4 from 1980, and it's Scary Monsters by David Bowie, and side 1 is all hits. It's No Game number 1 should have been a single. It would have been a huge single. Up the Hill Backwards, Scary Monsters, Ashes to Ashes, and Fashion, all hit singles. That's your side 1. Side 2 is every bit as good, although it took a while to get into side 2. Teenage Wildlife is one of his best ever vocal performances. Kingdom Come's a great version. Because You're Young is a great rock song with Pete Townshend and guitar. And then It's No Game number 2, it's as if he's singing it and he's exhausted. It's a really, really strong album. And number 3 from 1988, and it's the Proclaimers, Sunshine on Leith. And this is the one with I'm on my way and I'm going to be 500 miles. But this is just great fun through and through. I love these two. They are brilliant songwriters and very thick Scottish accents. Oh Jean, you would be singing along to that for hours. It's really, really good. Come On Nature is a great song. Cap in Hand, brilliant song. It's Saturday Night is a real boozy song. Fantastic album from 1988. And number 2, and I would have normally have put this at number 1, but I'm giving it to number 2, and it's the Smiths, The Queen Is Dead, and this is the one with The Boy with the Thorn in the Side on it, and There's a Light That Never Goes Out, and Big Mouth Strikes Again. The title track is immense, and as is actually I Know It's Over, which is a beautiful song, although maybe I played it a little bit too much. But this is a really, really strong album, and it is their best. And I've always said this is probably the best album of the 80s, but I'm going to put it at number 2 now. For number 1, and I've shown this a million times, I think it's Kings of the Wild Frontier by Adam Nance. Absolutely brilliant album. The 3 big hit singles, Dog Eat Dog, Kings of the Wild Frontier, and Ant Music are brilliant. Los Rancheros would have been a huge hit, as would Making History, or even Don't Be Square Be There. Full of Burundi drums, similar in a way to Bow Wow Wow's Sea Jungle album, but it's better. And this here rocketed him to stardom at the start of 1981. So this is my favourite album of the 1980s, Adam Nance, Kings of the Wild Frontier. Okay, so that's my list. I hope you enjoyed that, and the next one will definitely only be a top 30, and it'll be the 90s. And I might actually just do it with CDs if I can find them all. Okay, that's me for now. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope to have that next video quite soon. All the best now. Bye bye.